Mayat Hotep. I saw why I said Teppenrai coming at you. Okay, the brotherhoods of the white man, according to what the guy just said, as the last segment went off. According to him, they done made some contacts. I'm going to run this over so you can hear exactly what he said. But I'm going to tell you what my observation of the brotherhood of the white man has always been a court of people that harbor corruption, and then they create challenges in lives of other people that is mismatched. In other words, they will create systems of capitalism where they make everything so expensive and make the jobs pay so low and make circumstances around to be so gloomy and dreadful, make people hate each other. You know, all this stuff that they've done is a system of mind control. And then for him to have the audacity to say that his people connected with these people that's here on earth right now, destroying them, tearing up everything that's about them, all the corruption on this earth that's about them, is what these light entities have come to the earth to eradicate. And the nerve, this guy to try to claim that they, for some reason or other, are the unique people that's having a connection with these God entities, these deities that have come here to fumigate this planet. All right, the light ships and everything that we see flying around, I've already established connection with them because I am them. It's hard for me to explain myself because they sent me here, encapsulating me inside of this personification so I could become a part of the dynamics of this earth, which I'm already a part of the dynamics of this earth by being a part of the dynamics of the universe. But so I could have a real clear symbiosis on what happens here, I had to be a part of a actual existing, if you will, plant here, like all the other plants on the planet are. I became one also. Thing is, different with me, that I've always had small inclinations in my mind to remind me that there was something different and that I was not to get attached to the everyday common attached devices that most people find themselves magnetized to. Okay, to the point. Fuel, food, housing, medical, clothes, and all other miscellaneous stuff. Okay, it's not easily attainable. You always come up short because of a corrupt system of capitalism that makes the wages never be combative or opponent equally to the cost of living. This is a deliberate attempt to keep everybody where almost everybody have a damn food stamp card. Okay, you want to be a man and you want to work and you want to stand up and be proud of your achievements to society, but you have a society that's governed by people who deliberately make failures out of the people they've taken oath to try to help grow, okay, and prosper. And then these are the same men who want to sit up now and talk about their great connection as a brotherhood with these extraterrestrial forces that's flying around Earth, and then have the nerves to call them aliens creating portals, WOW footage, and NASA witches. Everything that they don't understand got to be something evil. But the evil that we see right on the earth today, like the miseducation, the thievery of the nationalism of people, all right, false religions and histories that's perpetuated by privilege and by wealth. The theft of all these nations and their resources was turned and utilized by these same white men who claim to be the brotherhoods of the lights, the enlightened ones is what they call themselves, all right? The Masons, the Illuminatis, the corporations and the governments is all they are. They control Hollywood, they control everything. But anyway, this is some of the stuff they've done. They always false accuse people. We know what I'm going through right now with that stupid ass bike theft thing that is just a waste of all my time. But see, they think it's all fun and games, and I've been honest with everyone and told them who I was. So they, arrogance, want to make them just play stupid shit like they do with every other person that don't have no knowledge of self. But see, my knowledge of self is so strong that you can see the interaction I'm having with the sun. It's doing everything it can to show everybody, okay, go ahead, play your ego game if you want to. You go right ahead. All right, let that money influence make you do some stupid shit. And I know I'm warned everybody. Okay. Now this is all the stuff: false accusation, false promises, a false and fake government, false lies, abortion, mass murder, mass incarceration, mass citizen abuse, neglect, war, famine, homosexuality, poverty, deterioration, wildlife destruction and eradication, elemental pollution, disasters, genocide, rape, pillage, plundering life like never before. Women and children are neglected and abused. Animals, small children, women, all sexual perversion, all at the hand of these claim to be God men. Okay? Well, the reason I said all that is because I want to give you my predisposition of what I see going on from these European males before they tell you what they want you to believe they are perpetuating. And I think I got a right to do that because I live on the earth. And if this stuff I was saying wasn't true, then I would be wrong. But if you could find out that what I'm saying is true, then how could you be mad at me for pointing it out to the people that don't know what's going on? That's what I was sent here to do. To wake everybody up and to show you why some people do so well and some people do so bad. Why there is empty houses all over the planet and people living in the alleys. It's all because these same people right now that's going to tell you they got enlightened from these spaceships have taken over the earth, and the spaceship is here to kill their asses. And everybody else on earth who does not take heed to why you need to get your mind off foolishness and start understanding how important it is to use your time to return to your God self and find your true existence of who you are. And you got to look inside for that. There's nothing outside that's going to help you more than what's inside. So what I'm here to do is to tell you that there is an inside principle, life sustained, overall encompassing reality of self that you must go inside yourself and find to correct all the problems that you have allowed to happen in your life. I too have to do this. I'm just sharing information with you that I found out for myself. Okay, because I found out the hard way. I had to go through a lot of shit to be able to sit here and talk this shit that I'm talking to you and know what I'm talking, because I done been here, done all this stuff the hard way with evil, ornery, sorry, nasty people all over this planet. The universe have really picked the right person to be able to administer judgment, because I've been there and I've done good things for people and watched them turn around and lie on me. Like that bitch that told them that I stole that bike from her when she knows she gave me a sad story about how bad things were. And I actually gave her $60 to help her. And I called her a bitch because that's what she is. To do some shit like that. And then now they sitting their ass up. White woman, a whole bunch of white men. Everybody in that damn court. White as hell. Except for me. Walk up in there. Okay, and then I'm 52 and got to go through the embarrassment and all the waste of my time to deal with all this stupid shit. That's why I say they picked the best person to administer judgment to all these evildoers on this planet. Because I done been out there in the freaking battlefield and I know who you are. So trust me on this. Your day is coming. Believe that shit.
Thanks again, guys, for your time. Check this out, and I'll talk to you later.
The craters and mountains of our moon bear the names of giants of science. Figures like Archimedes, Kepler, and Copernicus. There is also a crater honoring someone called Jack Parsons. There are some who would rather he had been forgotten.
Just so you guys can know, this crater been on this moon for 1 trillion billion freaking years probably. So just because he called it Jack Parsons doesn't mean that's what it is. That's just another egoistic consideration of someone wanting to name something so they can try to own it.
Perhaps that's why his crater is on the dark side.
See, it's not his crater. Just because he went there and named it. He don't own it.
He was a maverick rocket scientist. Okay. He was also a maverick rocket scientist spiritually.
This father of
See, this is what I mean. You go somewhere, you see something you like, nobody else is there to stand up against you and tell you it's not yours, so you claim it for yours. Just like this. Now, we all know what that is, don't we? Do you know what? Let me tell you what it is. It's called an obelisk. It's called a tekanum. What they are for is they were designed to balance spiritual energies in the person's manifestation of how they was feeling around Egypt. These things are also representations of a Osiris phallus. Okay, that's what this is Tantra sexuality. There's a representation of a phallus that's always in sexual union with the earth. As you can see, it's rounded off like a you know what. Okay, but that's what that is. And if you look right here, okay, you will see that. And I ain't got nothing to do with no white man. And I guarantee you, if you listen to them enough, they would even tell you they were the first ones who made candles. Trust me on that. But we're going to go ahead and listen to what he's saying. We're going to see if he ever mentioned ancient Kemet, where he talked about the Brotherhood and all these white guys. And this is here. We all know where that's from. It's an obelisk, Tekanum, ancient Kemet. Nothing to do with no white man.
American rocketry was also an occultist, devoted to a path still widely misunderstood.
Why is it widely misunderstood? It's not widely misunderstood by people who want to tell you the truth about it. If you got a biased concept that you're trying to cover up, it's hard to understand. It's not hard to understand by me. I've been studying the books. I can tell you everything that I found out about it. I can tell you who's sitting there. It's probably Haru, the son of Asar. You see? So what's so hard to understand about it? I mean, I can't see that well, but that's what I would think when I look at it right away. It doesn't look feminine, it looks male. And this probably is Ani. But he ain't gonna tell you all that. I could see right here and tell you that that's mud right there. The goddess of, Nut, the goddess of the heavens. I could tell you by looking at this that she should have stars all throughout her body. I can tell you right there that those are the wings of Ma'at. Right there. That I just told you about that we saw with Nibiru. Remember? And it said that in the God of righteousness shall rise with healings in her wings. There it goes right there. Right there. Here's the sun right here. So all this ancient Kemet stuff is connected with all this extraterrestrial activity that we got flying around our earth. They came here, and with us all connected as a family, we built those structures with the help of these light ships that you see flying around the earth right now. Somebody came in, studied with us, stole all the information from us, and hid all this knowledge. And they know now that these light ships are back, what's going on. They know. They know of these light ships. This ain't nothing new to these white men that can set up this capitalism around this planet. They know exactly what that is.
And feared.
So the founding of modern rocket science is absolutely allied and connected with black magic.
So if it's black magic, what is this? I mean, do he look black to you? That is the pyramid. It is ancient black mystery system. Okay, and when I say black, I don't mean as a national people. I mean as a description of their complexion. But this is ancient Kemet mystery system. And here he is sitting his ass up there. See, with the star and everything, and the sun disk. All that's synonymous with us. But as you can see, we're nowhere around ever, except when you come here. Okay, right here. There we go there.
Of American rocketry was also an occultist, devoted to a path still widely misunderstood
Okay,
and
right there.
feared.
See, right there. So now, the first segment of this thing, right away, when they get to telling you about what's going on, the first two themes of ancient artifact they show you go back to ancient Nile Valley. That should tell you something right there, right? But watch this. The first time a person pops up to want to take ownership.
So the founding of modern rocket science is absolutely allied and connected with black magic.
See, negativity. And then look.
Aleister Crowley was the premier self-styled Western magician of the 20th century, who some have...
I get mad because they say Western musician, okay? He couldn't just be a musician, okay? He have to be Western, all right? See, this is the dichotomization of our planet that is deliberately done by these guys who done stole everybody's freaking history and claimed it for themselves.
...called the most evil man in the world. Crowley simply termed himself the Great Beast. He wouldn't invite him to dinner. Whose secret name in his order was Phoenix, for reasons that will later become apparent. Parsons became one of Crowley's...
I just want to show you something. There's the third eye, all right? You can see the sunlight coming to the earth, just like I showed you in the last one. But I'm going to show you again because the last one ran out and I wasn't able to tell you everything. But as you can see... Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Mayat Hotel. Thanks for holding. Okay, so like I was saying, you can see everything going on in here. Okay, they call it a strange angel, right? Remember, that's what I told you these are. Those things in the light are called cherubim. Cherubim. That means angel. That's what it means. They are angels. They are cosmic protectors. They are here to eradicate these imposters off the earth. All these scientists that came up with all these elaborate plans and these ideals of how to incarcerate everyone in their minds and make everyone become puppets for them so they can enjoy the earth. I'm talking about just like maybe a small amount of people have all the wealth of the earth, then convince everyone to hate each other. Don't get along with each other, you know. Don't have community gardens with each other. You know, all that stuff. Don't worry about none of that. We're going to keep everything you need. We'll give you food stamps. Don't worry about that. Then we can control your sons every time we have a war. We'll load all their ass up and send them to die for us. You know, all this stuff needs to stop. I mean, it does. All of it. So now the UFOs are back to deal with these imposters. As you can see, there's all this stuff is synonymous. You got to pay attention. Okay, there's planets in the background of asteroids coming around in the spiral. You can see it all there. See, this is old school stuff right here. But you watch, you're going to see the connection. Let's go.
...greatest students, and was said to have been his personally chosen successor. I mean, let me repeat that. We have documentation, no question, that Parsons...
Now all of this, as you can see again, look, obelisk. All still Egyptian, but do they look like black people? Look, even got a damn spear, and you know that's synonymous with those spear chuckers, all that old crap. But now look at, for some reason, look at their faces. See? Stolen legacy. See?
...was selected by Crowley to be his successor in these arcane, magical rituals and ceremonies and practices. Parsons...
That was not performed right anyway because they had murdered all the people who had the true knowledge of all this stuff. So they just went in and did what they could with what they had left to work with. And they got little scattered remnants or something that makes it where the only thing they could do, even with all this magic they claim they're using, they can't be divine, holy people. They still got to perpetuate war, deprivation, and oppression to be not even the leaders. They are oppressors. They're not leaders. They are tyrannical, oppressive governments. That's what they are.
...was quickly moved up the ranks of Crowley's organization called the Order of the Eastern Temple, and...
So now look, here he is flying spaceships way back in the day. Now this is an old ass comic book, 66 cents. But Jack Parsons was so knowledgeable about the stuff that's going on from the books that I'm sure he was reading from the books that the Romans and the Greeks stole from ancient Kemet and Timbuktu and all the other knowledge learning centers that they raided and looted and took all the books and hid them from the rest of the world to make everybody be stupid and stuck on one book, the Bible. And so here's the deal. Even he himself knew that there was justice in spaceships. Of course, he want to put his white ass face in there. It's the ones that's going to be flying it, but we know they're not. But look, he made it perfectly clear that they were the law. And that's who these people are. They are the law. And as you can see, they got their land on the ocean. As you can see the little boat right there. And you can see fire coming out of the woman's mouth here. Or either fire on the boat. But whatever is going on, she's definitely looking like she's in the water swimming. There's fire there. All this stuff still synonymous with what's going on right to this day when we see all these ships on the water burning. So it shows you how the universe will speak to you. And this is old. This thing is like old. It's a Marvel Whiteside Parsons. It's an old comic book. I'm sure it's what it is. But as you can see, they're still enacting back that long ago what you see in today with the water on the ocean and the females of our planet always being in distressful situations. And of course, here's the man, he's flying in a plane, and here's another man, he got his ass in the boat. And where is she at? In stress, in water, swimming.
Was eventually appointed head of the lodge in Pasadena by Crowley himself. Parsons swore an oath of allegiance to guide humanity into, quote, an age of communion with the God, using his demonstrable vast talents of insight and science and, in his own words, magic.
Well, as you all know, that's going to be me doing that, because as of right now, I'm just talking. I'm using my science and I'm using my magic of my own insight words and everything like that. The magic is here. You see the magic. You see the stuff going on with the lights. And even though everybody want to act like they don't see it, and I have friends that come around me and never say anything about that for some reason. We can talk about every damn thing, but no one ever opens their mouth and say, so, how did you get the sun to start doing all that shit for you? I saw your video last night, and I'm just kind of puzzled because no one has ever really got the sun to do no shit like that. Especially the laser thing. I would really like to talk to you about that laser, because I wonder if me and you are really good friends. Because see, if we not, I want to be your friend, because I would hate for you to use that laser on me. That's the type of person I am. Let me find somebody walking around here with some shit like that going on. You better believe I'll be like, well, I think I'm going to go over and make things go really smooth with me. Last time we got together, we didn't have no friction, but I'm just going to make sure if he had any types of doubt in his heart about me being a G with him, I need to go make sure that I make clarity to him that, yo, I got you. That would be the logical thing to do for people, I would think. But no. I live on a planet with millions of people around, and has not one freaking person walked up to me and said, yo, what's up with the shit that I'm seeing on the video with these lights and everything? Not one person. It shows you how messed up everybody minded. If it was me and there was somebody else that was doing that, I guarantee your ass I would be seriously want to talk to that person and find out what it is you've been. Only one person asked me, Lil Hill, the other day. He said, man, what the hell your ass been reading? I don't know why he asked me that, though. But he cool as hell, but he just like, you know, he be doing his own thing, reading his own books. But I was shocked that he came at me and said that, because he is the only person, and I was shocked, but he is really the only person that ever said anything to me in concern about what are you reading? What is the shit you're reading to make you have these type of interactions with the sun? It's me doing that, not this guy. Okay? Alright, as you can see, there's the sun back there. Do you see? Okay, and look, there's Luna again. Like I tell you, at nighttime, you go out there and get those lunar rays. You see? There's that word Luna again. It always comes around and you be cracking when this constellation comes back into play. You can see the spiral right there. Do you see it? Now, do you see the horses? Do you see the horses are representing the movement, the continuity of it? See, they flip things because they try to classify that whiteness in there. So they threw in some horses with some white men on the horses. Probably Klansmen. But I ain't going to waste a lot of time on that. I just want to show you symbolic representation of what it is. There's the sun. These guys are supposed to be on these horses as the cosmic movement of the planets. And as you can see, there is the spiral. It's not a big spiral, but it's there. You see it? So that's the subline games that we see every day.
The objectives of those like Crowley who practice Western magic is ostensibly, quote, to advance humanity by contact with higher intelligence.
Okay, so now that it's Western magic and not black magic, now he has a specific objective. And that objective is, let's just go back and listen again, because I think they said it was going to do something synonymous with what they have been doing, like making humanity become greater and teaching everybody to love one another and don't smoke cigarettes and don't put on movies on television that encourage lonely housewives to go out and be promiscuous to go out and have screwing around. Don't, no, stay your ass home and make some biscuits. Whatever the word is when they go out and slut around. No desperate housewives. And along with that, let's get rid of cigarettes and alcohol. And let's don't encourage our little young children to keep sagging around. What we could do is everybody get together and just go off on their ass and put billboards up everywhere and let them see how stupid they are when they be sagging. I say we should put some mirrors on every damn corner so a person can really look at himself and say, this is what your ass should have used before you left home. Now, if you left home and did look at this and seen that you didn't have on a belt and didn't care, and you just went around, it's because our society is set into decadence, and somewhere you done lost your true focus of self, where you should be reminded that you're going to be a lot more comfortable all day if you don't have to keep constantly holding your freaking pants up. Put on a belt.
That is, read with extra, for an oath of allegiance to guide humanity into, quote, an age of communion with the God, using his demonstrable vast talents of insight and science and, in his own words, magic. The objectives of those like Crowley who practice Western magic is ostensibly, quote, to advance humanity by contact with higher intelligence. That is, read with extraterrestrials.
Okay, so to advance humanity with contacts by higher terrestrials. Okay, the only problem is that the only higher extraterrestrial we get from the Europeans mostly this day is Jesus Christ. And the reason for that, I understand, is because it gives you an identity with a belonging to something that is unique with your facial characteristic or your own nationalism. The only problem with that is that the true nationalism of Caucasian people is in the nationalism of the melanated people. So when you create nationalism outside of that, you create what we could call opposition to the true creation of the universal creator. And that's the reason why there's always this dichotomization of the earth family, because the melanated people have been lost knowledge of self, so they feel like there's something wrong with them because they're not white. The white people have no knowledge of self, so they feel like they're better because they are white. This misconception that's involved in both of these sectors of people got us constantly at war with each other all the time, when we all should be getting together trying to find out the true dynamics of who we all are, so we can all build a society with each other where we could eradicate war, we could eradicate poverty, okay, we could eradicate abuse of women, we could eradicate the neglect of small children, we could eradicate the destruction of the planet altogether. But as long as we're not even knowledgeable of who we are as individuals, how the hell are we going to learn anything about how to fix our individual problem? We don't even know who we are as individuals, so we don't know what our problems are. So the thing is that you can't come out here and create circumstances of dichotomization and override the true original essence of things. Okay, you cannot come into a place that is loaded up with trees and see for some reason that if I cut down all the trees, it'll be more suitable for me. There is something really wrong with that. But if you are one person that know by cutting down all the trees, you can take all the privileges away from everyone else and make them have to depend on you for shelter and food and everything, and then you can sit around as a tyrant and a monarch, and that's the whole purpose behind you doing that. Then do that, but don't turn around after you do that and try to preach your godliness to the world, because you know what? You cannot stand as a god when you're doing ungodly things. If a tree is bearing apples, it's an apple tree. I don't care how much it says, it's a pear tree.
Gosh, is that what they're up to? Either by calling them down or traveling to their planet. According to Crowley, one can contact these higher intelligences by becoming one with them.
Okay, what about always have been one with them? Okay, what about the concept that a person developed in his mind that everything in the universe is him or her? Once you know that, you won't look at anything as something you have to contact or go to. You already know you're there. You already know you're a part of them. Look up here. What did they put up there? What's above is below. You see that? Do you see it? Somebody knows something that they don't want you to know they know. You see that, don't you? You see how they use the cosmic magic that is a demonstration with the melanated people? Because see, I'm a melanated male, and I'm the one that X. popped over the head of. And that's only because that's the way the universe arranged it. It ain't got nothing to do with me being no egoism or anything. I'm just telling you the facts. That's the problem with our world. We don't deal with facts enough. We deal with what's pushed in our face through privileged commercialism, meaning who has the money to control what the media perpetuates. So now all of a sudden the original God man, which didn't need all these stupid uniforms because he had his melanated skin to be able to have contact with the sun. So I wanted to show you what they did. They hid the sun, and they put another one right there. But they hid them. See how little they are? They hid them. But all these uniforms and these costumes that they have on, it's all supposed to be synonymous with giving them superpowers. Okay? But the real superpowers is the superpowers that come from the sunlight when it makes contact with the melanocytes inside of the melanated men and women's skin on this planet. Because the true power behind everything is intelligence. And the sunlight gives you intelligence